to another calming edition of Arizona Griper, starring your beautiful host, Mr. Arizona. How's everybody doing this evening? I trust everybody is doing well. I take it that everybody's feeling well. And I take it that everybody is having a decent day, I hope. I hope you are. I thought I would just do a live stream real quick and just, chill out for a little bit. We could talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's up to you. Just please keep it respectful. Hold on just 1 minute. There we go. I pinned it up myself. This is an adults only stream. No children are allowed. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey, sissy poos. How are you doing, babe? Good to see you, love. Now that my sister's here, I don't have to watch the chat because the chat's already there. So there you go. So now I don't have to watch the chat because my sister's right there. But anyway, I thought I would just do. I'm doing well. You know, I did a little bit of a speech um, for Tanya. And it was very heartfelt. And it was nice. It really was. But yeah, like I said, I had a pretty interesting day. What I've been doing is I'm mainly in a state of, you know, I'm doing normal stuff. God, I hate this fucking light in my way. There we go. I'm doing normal stuff, but hi, Millsy. How are you, sweetheart? Good to see you, love. Anyway, I'm doing all right though. But you know, I've been going through a lot of stuff. Some stuff that I can talk about, and some stuff that, let me just say that it's best not mentioned on here. It's best that way. You know, my personal life is good. You know, I guess I'm in a state of waiting because I'm waiting to, number one, I'm waiting to get some money so I can get some parts for the lantern so I can fix it. And I'm just waiting for, as you say, doing my time, doing my number. You know. But I'm doing all right. I've been trying to help out my wife with little odd jobs around the house and stuff like that. I haven't been able to eat real good. You know, been keeping everything, non-solid, just soft everything. So, but it's okay. I figured, well, today's the 5th. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. I got 1 week left. Because my procedure's on the 12th. So, and I figured, let's see. On probably, God, I don't know when I'm going to be doing the what do you call it? The Go Lightly. I think they recommend that you do it 1 or 2 days before the procedure starts, so that you could be like cleared out. Because I've got like 2 gallons of the stuff, so I think it would take at least 2 days for me to drink all that down. So yeah, roughly I think. I don't know. So we'll see. But I've been doing just little things to try and keep myself busy, and to try and keep myself out of trouble. Yep. Yeah. So that's probably going to take me a couple of days to get through. So like I said, I got 2 gallons of the stuff. So because by the time, when I remember when I started my first Go Lightly, it took me 2 days to get it down fully, literally 2 days. So yeah. And unfortunately, when I got there, I wasn't malnourished or anything like that, but I was extremely dehydrated. And when they tried to poke me to get a vein, they couldn't do it. So it took forever to find a vein because I was dehydrated. So, yeah. And plus, it was at a shit hospital anyway. Wouldn't recommend my dog to go there more or less anything else, but it's where my doctors threw me over there, so yeah. Get this ass wipe out of here. Being stupid. Thank you. Anyway, what now? It's probably why it didn't work. You gotta. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. Well, like I said, they didn't give me 1 gallon of the stuff. Now they gave me 2 gallons. So, Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Yeah. If anybody comes in here doing bullshit like that, don't pay them no never mind. Just block them, please. Because I don't have time for assholes like that. I don't. And if it's truly who I think it is, why don't you come in it? Why don't you come in your regular account, dickhead? You got enough of them, don't you? Come in your original account. I'll have more respect for you. Yeah. Instead of coming in a stupid troll account that you made up just today. Right? That's what I thought. But hell, at least I got people coming in here. You know, last time I remember it was yesterday or the day before. Shit, I barely had anybody in here. I don't know why. Just was just one of those off-color days, I guess. Because I did a stream and hell, nobody showed up in there. Not a troll or none of them. So thank you guys for watching the stream and thank you guys for at least participating in it. Good, bad, or indifferent. Thank you anyways, though. I appreciate it. Really, really I do, guys. Because I don't hold no grudges against none of y'all. I never have. I may cuss and swear and do all that, but yeah, just normal. I think it's, yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. Well, sometimes you don't get the notifications, so you know, notifications go out every now and then. You know, it happens. Life happens. You know, life is never perfect. Never is. Shit, I was shocked at the amount of people I got in this morning too. Wow, that's kind of neat. Like I said, that was the first time I ever went live and it was just like dead. And I'm like, wow, yeah, okay, that's a shocker. It really is, you know. But like I said, I thank everybody for coming in here and hell, hey, you know the old saying goes, smoke them if you got them. That's it. It's the best advice I could give you. Wow, they've been on a summer vacation for a while, huh? Damn. Well, hate to say this, but summer's just about over, guys. We're in what, August? Yep. This the last month. And then September rolls around. My dad's birthday is on September the 1st. I don't know what year he was born in, though. Huh. Never really looked. I don't know. You know, to come to think about it, I don't even remember the day he died. You know, like the date and month and the year and all that. That slipped my mind. I mean, I know what I said to him, the last thing I said to him before he passed away, and I know the last time I visited him before he passed away. But I can't remember the time. I can't remember the date. Nothing like that. You know what's weird about me, about thinking? You know, everything's in there. I know it is. It's just, how the fuck do I access it? How do I get in there and find it? It's there somewhere. I just don't know how to find it. That's why here's another one. There you go. Rhodes Scholar again. Huh. That's interesting. Man, both our dads were like in September. Jesus Christ. Dave, are you stalking me again? You little Pillsbury doughboy, you. At least hit the like button so I know you're there, dude. You're not going to do that? You hate me that much, huh? Okay. You're not going to hit the like button, Dave, so you can let me know you're there? No. You're not going to be that nice? No. I just thought, you know, it's the least you could do, Mr. Celebrity, right? But you don't want to do that? Well, that just goes to show you what reflects on me must reflect on you as more than me. So that means that's not a me problem, that's a you problem. So, oh well. Maybe I am. It would reflect, right? Yeah, are you microscopic? But anyway, maybe when you see me, maybe that's what reflects on you. If you call me slow and dumb, well, then that must be saying about yourself more than it does say about me. So that means whatever I am to you reflects back to you. You know, you could look at me in one spectrum of light, right? But that could be reflected upon you and who you are as a person, right? So once again, it would reflect. You know, a lot of people think a lot of different things about a lot of different people. And you know, what one person reflects on me is different than what the other person reflects on me. But once again, it might not all be a me problem, it might be a their problem. Because, you know, whatever insult they say doesn't reflect on me, it reflects on them as a person. So there you go. And so when somebody comes in here calling me slow and dumb, well, then maybe they're calling themselves that. And they can't face it. See, those are the people that refuse to look at themselves in the mirror and realize that they need to make a change because they don't want to look that far. It's sad. It is. Because, they do have the power to do it. They just don't want to. And thank you for coming in here, because you actually gave me content to talk about and reason with for the past 10 to 15 minutes. So thank you for that. Hey, what's up, Zach? How you doing, bro? Good to see you, you big sexy man, you. Yep. But, yeah. Like I said, you guys can come in here and insult me all you want, but that would be a reflection of you, not me. That would be whatever you put on me is a reflection of you. I'm doing pretty good. So far, so good. Can't complain. Even if I did, who'd listen? Unless it's on a live stream. But nobody wants to listen to a bunch of whining and crying and, like I said today and earlier this morning, it must be like a good day or something, because I've got more action in the chat today than I did yesterday. Yesterday, for some reason, it was like fucking dead. I mean, the chat was like gone. I had like maybe one or two people, maybe less. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. But like I said, there's this guy that I've been listening to. And, he makes a lot of sense. He really does. And he's been kind of inspiring me a little bit. I ain't going to say who he is in public because, then you guys would be reflecting more negativity towards me, saying, basically you would be taking his reflection of what the public says and putting it on me, when, once again, that reflects upon you, not me. So that's more of a you problem than it is a me problem. So yeah. Life is still rolling, still going on, Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, man. Sometimes you got to learn to say, you know what? I'm not going to let people get to me. I'm not going to let people bother me. In fact, I'm going to tear them down by boring the hell out of them with a boring lecture. Because I know that's not what they want to hear. They put out a negative thing, and they want an equally negative reaction, and that's not what I'm going to give them. I'm going to starve them of that. And so therefore, because I'm not giving them the drug that they crave or the rush that they want, then they'll just drop the needle and go somewhere else because they realize I'm not their drug dealer anymore. So now they're going to have to go somewhere else to find drugs, which is the adrenaline rush you get from someone being mad or upset or triggered, which I don't get that way no more because I don't need it. Yeah. Yep. Shit, I could put that up there easily, very easily. Like I said, I got no shame in my game. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate it, brother. Yep. 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 I'll make it last a 2-hour lecture if you want. I'll explain everything from A to Z. I'll even make up some shit as I go along, you know. Whatever suits your fancy. You know, like I said, whatever you think I am, whatever you want me to do, well, if it's within reason, I can do it. But, you know, like I said, some people like me, some people don't like me. Some people hate me, some people don't hate me. You know, it's just the nature of the general public that we're living into these days. You know, you guys have to realize that this is the internet. The internet's not a fun place. It's not a perfect place. But guess what? It is not. The internet is the people that are inside that are making it a good or bad place. That's a fact. See, right now in this chat, have you guys noticed that thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. Maybe one day, if we ever come across each other in life, maybe one day, I'll take you out to McDonald's or something. And yes, Sissy Poos, I'll take you out too. She gets the girl Happy Meal, you get the guy Happy Meal, just to make sure. I'll make sure both of you guys got a special Toya there. I don't know what toys they put in Happy Meals these days. I don't even know what a Happy Meal is these days. You know, with me, okay, here's what I know about. Ooh. Awesome. Here's what I know. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, Bridget. Mwah. My beautiful, beautiful, beautiful friend, Bridget. Oh. How are you, Bridget? I love you. How are you, sweetheart? It's been a long time. How have you been? I hope you've been all right, sweetheart. I really do. Oh. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? Bridget thought of me. Love you too, Bridget. Mwah! She's one of my best friends. She really is, man. That woman right there, you guys better watch. Better treat her right. Because that woman is an angel with a heart of gold. And those people are rare to find on this platform. You're one in a million, kiddo. Never change. Always remain the same. But anyway, let's see what Zach is talking about. Amen, Zach. Yep. Oh, you're my best friend too, Zach. For real, dude. Yeah. Thank you. Oh. That's true. Thank you, Bridget. Those words really mean a lot, man. You know, I've been going through a pretty rough time in my life, and thank you for bringing sunshine into this chat and for being here, all y'all today. You guys mean much more to me than you realize, man. Oh. God bless all of you today, man. See, it doesn't matter who you are or what you've done. I love everybody unconditionally, and that will never stop. That will never change, and that will never cease. My heart will always be burning for every last one of you. And if it ever got down to the point to where any of you really needed me for anything, I'll be right here. Promise you that. Yeah. Yeah. You guys are so sweet. Oh my God, Bridget. You're such a sweetheart. I love you. I really do. Oh. I will never change, Bridget. I promise you I will never change. There's no amount of anything in this world that will Yeah. Hey, babe. How you doing, sweetheart? Yeah. You guys are the best. Yeah. Shit, I love you all, my fam. You know, there's something about family that's closeness, that's togetherness. And we all, you know what? All of us don't even have to be, we don't have to be blood related to be a family. just all of you being here, being a part of this channel, being who the beautiful people you are. That's all that matters in life. Seriously. Tell Bug I said hi too. That's true. See, Bridget says the truth, and I'm going to read it. It said, all of you here, if this place gets to be too much, it's always okay to take a break. Just remember, once you log off, these people disappear. Stay true to you. That is so true, Bridget. So true. Hi, Buggy. Hi, Bug. And everybody else in there, too. Hi, everybody in my tiny phone. I will, Bridget. Love you and God bless you, man. I hope you and your family are doing well, babe. For real, man. I wish one day we could maybe arrange a Hangouts call or something to where we could just talk. You know, not about anything in particular. Just shoot the shit. You know, just talk about anything. Talk about life, talk about our dogs, you know, fishing trips, whatever, you know, it don't matter. Talk about the grass growing outside, you know, whatever, the clouds going by, I don't fucking know. Oh, I would really love that, I really would. Seriously. Yeah. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate it. Yeah. You know what's funny? I'd like to call somebody up and say, hey, what's up? The sky? The clouds, the birds, the trees. I mean, you name it. Okay, good night, Bridget. I hope you have a good night. Sleep well, my friend. Take care. Love you. Peace. Oh, cool. You know what? That's the point. What's down on the ground? Bugs, cockroaches, grass, weeds, rocks. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, my blood pressure. There you go. Thank God my blood pressure doesn't go up. Well, maybe it does. I just don't realize it. I mean, I don't know. When I turn red like a thermometer, then you'll figure it out. Or red like a big fat tomato. One of those two. I don't know. Oh, shit. Yeah, lighten up like these nuts. Oh, you guys make me laugh. I needed a good laugh today. I did, man. You know, like I said, there's going to be a really interesting video coming out. In fact, I'm going to do it on a stream, on an open stream. But I'm gonna need I'm gonna need some moderators to be in there that are gonna be there, because it's gonna be hard for me to watch the chat and do it, or I don't want to disable it, because then I'll miss out on the good comments. But I want, some moderators to be there. Wada wada, dun 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 dun, wada wada. You know who taught me that song? My sissy poos are right there in the chat. But like I said, when I get all that stuff, I'm just gonna need people just to keep an eye on the chat while I'm doing that, because I won't be able to pay attention to it right away, because I'll be focusing on fixing on the lantern rather than paying attention to chat. But at the same time, I want to give you guys a bird's eye view as to what I'm doing, so that you could see everything going on. My sister saw the last one. She was right in there. It's not going to be for the private. It's going to be for the public. And, but like I said, we still have plenty of time, because, goddamn, I still got to get I've still got to get the check valve removal tool, and I've got to get a new check valve. I'm going to get a couple of them, just in case the gaskets on the inside are bad. Because, all right, I'm going to show you the thing. Here's an example of what the tank looks like. There's two holes. There's one hole right here in the middle of it. That's where the fount goes, which is that little metal thing that brings up fuel from the tank into the rest of the lantern. And so there's that. Plus, there's another tube that goes like this. Like it's like diagonal. That's the air tube. And down in the bottom of that air tube is a check valve. Yeah. Down in the bottom of that air tube is a check valve, and you have to have a specific tool that gets down in there and locks onto it so that you can pull it off. Because if you don't have one of those tools and you try and use a screwdriver to get it off, you're gonna fucking either strip the brass or break it, and then it'll be all hell to fucking get it out of there. So yeah, that's what I don't want to do. Because my dad's lantern is a vintage lantern, and I have one that's a red one that's older yet. The one that I've got is about 49 years old total. And the other one, let's see, one was built in, I think it's 78. And the red one was built in 57. It has, see what Coleman used to do, when every tank that they've ever made, they would stamp the month and the date on it that it was manufactured. Month would be on one side and the date would be on the other side. Yeah, like I said, I've been getting a lot of education on just watching old Coleman repairs, old Coleman restoration videos. It's really quite interesting. It really is. And I would love to share, the knowledge and experience that I've gained with all of you guys out there. But I think it would be a safe bet also if I got one of those little, I forget what it's called. It's like a wand, but it's got a big fat magnet on the end of it, and and you can extend it, and you could reach down in there, and if you've got anything metal in there, you could pull it out real easy, rather than just shaking the shit out of the tank and everything else. Because I plan on cleaning it with denature alcohol once or two more times to make sure that there's no loose rust on the inside of it. I want to make sure that the tank is completely clean before I put it together, because if I put it back together and then some of that rust flakes off, well, it's going to get up in the pickup tube, and then it's going to clog up my shit all over again. And then I'll have to take it apart again. And I don't want to take it apart again. This is going to be my last time I take it apart and the last time I put it together. So I want to make sure that I have all of my I's dotted and my T's crossed before I jump into this again. So I'm going to make sure I have all my ducks in a row before I get into this. So that means I'm going to need to get me 2 check valves plus the tool. And also I'm going to make sure that I have a good supply of lantern manual mantles, which in modern version, it's the inside filament of a light bulb. Roughly, that's what it is. But you take the lantern mantle and you burn it, and then once it's ash, you can that way when you ignite it. And I am going to get me also one of those. God, what the fuck are they called? They're supposed to be called wands or some bullshit. My sister recommended me that I get one. Not matches, but it's a fucking lighter wand where it's a long thing like this, and then you push the button and then the flame comes out of it. I don't know what they're called. Wand lighter, I guess. I'm going to make sure I get one of those as well. So, like I said, I'm going to make sure that I have all my ducks in order and make sure that I have everything on the checklist before I get into this. Yeah, barbecue lighter. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. But like I said, it's going to take me a little bit. But once I have everything ready to go, we can start in on the project. But I have to make sure I have one. Yeah, torch lighter. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's a torch lighter. Yeah, it's a and some of them the extenders, the little extension things are on it. They're actually flexible where you can actually bend them to where they'll go right up to the mantle, and as I'm turning the gas on, I could turn it on and have it on while I'm doing that, and then it'll ignite it right away. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, sis, a barbecue lighter would be pretty good with that, but yeah. Both of them are good ideas, but sorry, Zach, I kind of like my sister's idea a little better. It's just, yeah. Because technically with the lantern, you know, when the vapors of the fuel are going, they're basically the main fuel is going inside the generator, and the vapors are the ones that are going through the tip cleaning thing, and then the vapors go in to the vent tubes, and then that's what lights up the lantern with it. So yeah, this is going to be, once again, it's going to be an interesting experience. I just hope I don't have to get a new goddamn generator for my for the red one. But that, I'm not worried about the red one right now. The red one is a completely and totally different story. That one, I'm going to show you guys the complete tear down of it. That means, yeah, yeah, there you go, Zach. Yeah. But with the red one, I'm going to show you guys the complete deconstruction and the complete reconstruction of it. So that means you guys get a little bit more detail as to what the heck I'm doing and how the heck I'm doing it. There you go. That's basically it. So anyway, guys, I've been vamping on here for a while, so I got to get going. It's about to turn the 1 hour mark. So you guys take care, much love, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace, and thank you for watching, and God bless you, and have a great day. Love you all. Peace.